Coach, can you just start off with some general comments on the game?
Obviously, we're pleased with the outcome, and thought our penalty kill was excellent tonight. Obviously, it needed to be, especially during the second period. The guys did a great job on the penalty kill. We had a couple of 5-on-3s against us and had to kill a lot of penalties, so I was pleased with the way the team responded. It was a good win for us.
Coach, it's always frustrating to get so many consecutive penalties called on you. Did you have a beef with any of the calls, or?
We just did a good job on penalty kill tonight. Thank God.
You had a lot of practice.
We had a lot of practice.
Connor, you guys set the school record for your shutout streak. Can you just talk about what it means to be a part of something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people probably wouldn't even known that, but I mean, we just keep winning, and nobody really cares about how many goals we let in, as long as we keep more than what we let in. So obviously, it's great for Casey. He's been playing unreal, so it's nice to be have that confidence. He's in the back of the net, keeping everything out, and maybe one step behind today, but he still played an unbelievable game.
Connor, what do you think is the biggest difference in your team defensively this year from last year so far?
Well, I think it's just a collective commitment down to our defensive zone. I think everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody's bought in by now. I think it's taking a team effort every game for everybody, even from Casey up to the forwards on taking over the points. I think as long as everybody's on the same page, which we have been for quite a while now, things are going to get done down there. We need to be able to get out of our zone and create some offense.
Is it almost better to have a close game like this, kind of keep you on your toes a little bit, because it looked like it was sort of going to be kind of lopsided after those 2 goals in the first period?
Yeah, I mean, you can never count those guys out. They're always going to bring everything, no matter what the score is. So we've seen it before, saw it last year, probably won too many times. So it was nice to be on the right side of things this year, and you can never count them out, like I said, and they're always going to bring it no matter what really the score is. And it was just good for us to hold on to the win and keep get those 2 points out here.
Could you speak to the development of Casey's game and the confidence level that he's been able to rise to this challenge?
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of maturity. I think obviously coming as a freshman last year, he was still pretty confident as a goalie and showed in the spring of our season there. And I think he had a good summer and put a lot of work in. And I mean, our goalie coach is awesome this year, and he's put a lot of commitment into really focusing on his game and tweaking little things to make himself better. And I think it's showed here at the first start of the season here.
As a defenseman, if not for the forwards, when you have a goalie who's playing as well as he has, when he said the other night, the puck looks like a basketball, what does that do for you guys in terms of confidence, in terms of when they jump into the play, when not to jump in, that sort of thing?
I think the confidence just moves its way out from the net. I think if he's confident in the net, I think then it makes us confident. If we're confident, the forwards will be confident. So it gives us a chance to get aggressive and jump in those rushes when we can. We don't have to sit back and wait for an even man rush. We can afford playing strong defense on maybe a 3-on-2 that we might give up, but we know he's going to be back there and make it a 3-on-3. So any kind of shot from the outside, we're going to be confident he's going to stop.
Dick, can you sum up the weekend? Obviously a good way to go into the
obviously, yeah, we talked about it before the game. We're going out west to Colorado and play Denver and Colorado College, and this Thanksgiving out there. It'd be a nice way to go out there. So it was a real good. Anytime you go in 2 games in Hockey East, it's a huge weekend, especially coming down here. We always have great games at BU, and those are the kind of battles that we've had over the years. And I think Connor said it best. That, we expected them to come back. They've done it before, and I like the way that we responded in the 3rd period and finished the game.
Dick, did you know coming into the season that if you had that X factor goaltending take care of itself, that your defense was good enough to really put up these kind of numbers?
You know what? I'm taking nothing away from Casey DeSmith. Believe me, that he's playing terrific. But the defensive group in front of him, and I'm talking about the core defensemen, the core up defensemen are as good as we've had and coached, and they've made a big difference. We can give up zone time and maybe give up the first shot, but don't break it down and clear and not get 2nd and 3rd shots. And they typically get us out of the zone on that first pass, and that's been a big difference. That's maturity, led by this gentleman here and Kostelinsky, the 2 senior defensemen that lead the way for us. And the young kid Pesci is playing great. He's playing like a junior right now.
Seemed like the forecheck helped keep the puck out of your own zone. Do you think that it worked, especially on those first 2 goals?
Yeah. We came out in the first period, and I thought we played a solid first period, especially down here. Again, the second period, we were playing on our heels, really killing penalties off, so we played over half the period, shot in. But the guys, played good hockey tonight. I'm pleased with the way the team's responded.
And it seemed like
with the penalties that we got,
it seemed like you kept the puck in BU zone a lot when BU was on the power play. Do you think that was just because you were quick on the forecheck, or?
Yeah, we're a little aggressive on it, but the guys have done a terrific job with the penalty kills. My assistant coach, Jim Tortorella, runs the shot in. He does a terrific job with it. He's got the guys playing well, and they're playing with confidence. We're generating offense off of our shot in. We've been doing it all year.
Thanks, guys.